a video I uploaded that debunked Jovan, Hutton, Pulitzer was taken down. The first part of it was about the fact that he's a failed entrepreneur. Republicans and conservatives, which are not necessarily the same thing, sometimes hero worship anybody who picks themselves up by their bootstraps. Jovan Hutton Pulitzer is not one of those people. I covered the CueCat subject, but my video was taken down for false claims of widespread fraud, errors, and glitches in the 2020 election. I didn't do that, obviously. It was mostly about him being a shitbag that used Digital Millennium Copyright Act style bullshit to prevent people like me from extending the functionality of a product that he was involved in, the CueCat. What's the CueCat? It's a barcode reader. It's quite useful. He lost. Jovan Hutton Pulitzer lost to an entire crew of people. I was a member of several of them, but several crews of hackers that undid most of what he tried to get away with doing by trying to set a precedent to create a restrictive law. Conservatives and Republicans, yes, they are different people sometimes, espouse the idea of not having the government interfere with things, unless, of course, it's to their financial needs. These are called fake Republicans, or rhinos. These are called fake conservatives, otherwise known as Nazis. Now, Jovan Hutton Pulitzer, being a complete miserable failure, which is the first thing out of my mouth in the video, couldn't possibly have angered him or his lawmakers, lawyers. One of my videos was taken down for simply saying he had a stupid haircut. Because he does. He looks like Gene Simmons without the quality control. My video debunked him making false claims about widespread fraud, errors, glitches, could change any outcome of the U.S. presidential election. Even at the most extreme case where you listen to Donald Trump lie about billions of votes somehow in a population of 300 million. None of that shows any actual proof. And the only thing that they can find for proof, and yes, this is the total, is around 100 votes in the entire United States that were hinky and investigated and did not affect the outcome. Chinese bamboo paper ballots don't fucking exist. Jovan Hutton Pulitzer's claim about his kinematic testing procedures is based on you not looking up kinematics. Kinematics is the measurement of position, velocity, and acceleration of one or more body parts or objects relative to each other. That last one being not really how you're supposed to do this. But that has nothing to do with his claim about bamboo. He's not trying to discover anything that happened or present any facts that are discovered. He is a big lie proponent with no background in election work, who only intends to prove a preconceived notion that election fraud must happen because that's the meme. YouTube and Google and their complicity. Every fucking time I debunk something, they want to flag it. Meanwhile, they run ads on my videos and on videos that promote conspiracy theories. And the only thing they do to anybody who uploads one of those videos is not let them have any share of the money. Meanwhile, his videos making these claims are still up. What does that mean? What that means is that YouTube and Google are promoting false claims of widespread fraud, errors, glitches, and everything else, as well as medical misinformation. They're by default guilty of it. Now, remember the last time YouTube and Google got caught doing something illegal, like exploiting children for ad revenue? They put it all on everybody else and started slamming us as COPA violations. Because it's a corporation. Corporations aren't people, they're machinery. They can be killed without any remorse. Google and YouTube are a de facto, finding a fact, monopoly that needs to be broken up so that Google doesn't own YouTube anymore. So that YouTube has to sink or swim. They've always claimed that this is a loss leader on YouTube. Bullshit. December 23rd, 2020, at 30 seconds into a Twitter clip below that unfortunately I have to leave a direct link to. I've also grabbed that for research purposes and made a video where you can listen to this guy actually say what he said later he never said. He said Chinese use bamboo in their paper, 27 different mixes of grasses that we don't have here in the United States, and also said, not implied, said that that's what happened in the election. Yes, everyone lies about what he said, but that's what he really said. In an article, he also said China had imported ballots to tip the election to Biden. He made sure he didn't do that on video, though. He uncovered bamboo particles in his forensic analysis and could detect malfeasance, which doesn't make any sense. I also have a video explaining imports and exports of paper in the United States and the fact that none of this could be true in any way, that it's bullshit, that there's no reason to listen to this shithead. He claimed he hacked Georgia's voting system, but he's not being placed under arrest for it. He said 2 million of those ballots, of your ballots, he had coincident access to and refuses to discuss anything about how or where this was done, was all used secretly to test his invention that he claims can detect fake ballots. Or he was part of a group of people that was trying to manipulate the election in Georgia. I'm calling into question, since he has all these biases and a very hinky history giving a shit about the laws concerning technology, I think he broke into Georgia's voting system and tried to fix the election for Trump. He's not trying to fix it for Biden. He did a fraudulent ballot marking system, kinematic marker testing thing. He claims it would tell if a machine or a human filled out the ballot, which is bullshit. And if a piece of paper has been handled, folded, or processed in the mail, rather than after it was taken out of the envelope in the room as it's delivered so they can count the ballots, he lied. If a ballot is made of the right type of paper, Republican paper, all of this after 3 failed Trump audits we now call fraudits because they are fraudulent behaviors. No one is holding these people to task, except people who point this out. Every time I post a video about this subject, I get complaints or flaggings, and in the case of him, a claim that I violated his personal privacy and triggered him from his lawyer or something, which I'll never have the answer for because YouTube won't tell me that his law firm knows who I am. Hi, fuckers, how you doing? So one of my channels is crippled again. Okay, so this is getting uploaded on the other 2. Verbatim. Now that we're at the 7-minute and 52-second mark, approximately 8 minutes into the video, he claimed he never said it was about China, bamboo, ballots, etc. December 23rd, 2020. He made a statement on video. I'm going to read his transcript. These are the words of Jovan Hutton Pulitzer saying shit to you that isn't true. To be printed here in the United States of America, in some cases the ballots have to be printed at the exact state. American paper has this signature in it. And with forensics, you can look at the paper and see its constituents of the paper and what we use to make paper. Now let's see the or wa influx of China ballots. That's what he said. China does not have the tree or lumber population we have to get it because it got deforested. Primary a long time ago. They do use wood pulps, they use bamboo in their paper, and they use about 27 different mixes of grasses that we don't have here in the United States. And although you can't look at it and see it, it's very detectable. So I can assure you that outside of a catastrophic failure, this will be plugged. He lied about whether or not he made this claim. I pointed that out. This is from another video. Let's combine them together. Voice to text after garbles and pauses and noises were edited out because he kept interrupting people. It was a 55-second December 23rd, 2020 clip of Jovan Hutton Pulitzer talking over Saul Monteith Bradley very rudely off of Twitter. Magic crystals for hundreds of thousands of dollars, idiotic claims about Oak Island, etc. That's the rest of the video that wasn't on this subject. Someone asked me, can you explain why you made this claim about him? He says he didn't say it. Right. He lies and lies and lies for 6 months and then says he never said any of it, and suddenly it doesn't exist. He also doxed a guy in the military. He's a patent troll leech who owns the patent for using the scan or connect technology used for QR codes on your cell phone, and has claimed and has managed to make money filing these patent troll claims on QR codes, which he has nothing to do with. Bamboo grows rapidly and easily without pesticides or irrigations. 4 tons of fresh bamboo is needed to make 1 ton of paper. That is more expensive than recycling paper products, so we don't do that here. The claim is, of course, that bamboo has to be in the paper, except some bamboo fiber is used because it's recycled as well. Because it's from bamboo paper that gets thrown in the recycling bin. You're going to find bamboo particles someplace. Next, the FBI has already done forensic testing of all the paper. They're pretty fucking good at this shit. It's not fake ballots. Bamboo products break down significantly faster than traditional wood pulp paper that will partially break down in less time and soil, but takes several years to fully decompose properly. They have different decomposition patterns. Wood pulp paper has a lower cost from raw materials to process, production, and transportation. Bamboo was a new U.S. paper industry fiber source for whole paper, but it was also used chronically in recycled paper due to packaging. U.S. imports of corrugated, crepe, crinkled, perforated, embossed paperboard and paper from China each year is, in 2020, $4 million worth, but in the past, in 2007, it was $10 million almost, and $8 million in 2016. It's been decreasing over the years. 1.1 million tons of household paper from bamboo and bamboo pulp was only 10% of China's total household purpose paper production in 2017. 2018, it was considered a rising star in China, but not major. Do U.S. companies use bamboo in paper processing at all? Yes, but that doesn't affect anything because, again, the FBI already analyzed all the ballots, the paper, the materials, and found they were consistent with each other, meaning it wasn't from an external source. It's a dumb assertion. Pulitzer began to espouse a theory that China had imported ballots to tip the election to Biden by uncovering bamboo particles via forensic analysis. He said he could detect such malfeasance. Slate News. You can read all about it. You can watch him say these things. And you can double check what he said. Jovan, Hutton, Pulitzer is a litigious, lying, patent troll shitbag. I'm not violating his privacy by saying it. It's obvious to any hacker who had to redo his CueCats to keep him from spying on what you were trying to buy from your, sharper image catalogs. He is notorious for taking bullshit patents and trying to squeeze them into other people's. He is chronically and constantly making claims that are found out to be a lie. He's into bilking the public, and he is a rhino. And one of my videos was taken down for mentioning he had a bad haircut. This is how petty this little shitbag is. And now one of my videos is taken down because it says I'm questioning the 2020 election when I'm disproving the lie about questioning it. Jovan Hutton Pulitzer is being debunked in this video. I'm not promoting his conspiracy theories. You can't disprove something without mentioning what the claim is. I am getting fed the fuck up with YouTube and Google promoting conspiracy theories. Google and YouTube are guilty of promoting fake news, medical misinformation, election fraud lies, and conspiracy theories. And every other thing is shit in the middle. And if they were told you have to stop doing this by doing one thing, let us debunk it, they would absolutely have a fucking conniption fit. And complain and bitch. And I want to watch them squirm when they do it. Dear Susan, stop flagging me for debunking the lies. Or whoever's really in charge, bot 182 or whatever you are. Jovan Hutton Pulitzer is not being promoted, he's being debunked. I want YouTube and Google to stop doing this flagging, and it's not going to stop happening until somebody out there makes a big enough stink. Anyway, here's another video making fun of the little shitbag with his really crappy hairdo and his stupid myopic view of reality. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.